we go. Happy New Year to Knicks Nation. Salute to everybody out there rocking with us. The last Knicks post-game live of the 2021 year. This is Knicks post-game live presented by Prize Picks. Knicks and OKC, a new look Knicks. Shorthanded, no Julius, and at game time it was no Kemba. So we had a new starting point guard in tow. His name is Miles McBride. The deuce was loose in OKC. We had an outstanding start and an outstanding game by R.J. Barrett, who needed to step up 26 points for Broadway on 10 of 20 shooting. But he was the only one on the mark because the Knicks were building a brick house all night in OKC. 19% from downtown, 54% from the free throw line. Just can't win too many games like that, man. Conversely, OKC had it rocking, man. 41% from three. This is one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league in terms of makes and accuracy. But they had it going tonight, man. And give credit to their guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Led the way for them. And it was just a long night for the Knicks, man. 95-80. 80. Knicks couldn't break 90 points in the modern NBA. Knicks lose to close out 2021. CP the franchise here, CK2K. Happy New Year once again. No Randall, no Kemba. And it was a long night at the office, CK. Long night at the office, man. Long night, man. Look, I'll say the ball movement was crisp. I thought the pace was quickened at times. Just couldn't hit our shots, man. Just could not hit our shots. And tonight was just one of those nights where you have a team like OKC, who's one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league, going 18 of 43, 41% from downtown. And you know, Knicks got good looks. They went 8 for 41. And then 12 for 22 from the free throw line. Got to make your free throws. And that, you know, that was the biggest difference, man. That was definitely the biggest difference. Shout out to RJ. I expected him to come up big tonight. We figured his usage was going to be high, especially with no Julius, and then on top of that, no Kemba, even better. And tonight, to me, was one of his best finishing at the rim performances, probably since he's gotten here. You know, 10 of 20 from the field, finishing with the left hand, finishing with the right hand, finishing with contact. I thought he was great finishing. Wasn't knocking down shots himself. You know, 1 of 7. He's part of that brick house, but definitely finished well. And again, all in all, you know, give credit to OKC. We just got outgunned out there, man. Got outgunned. What were your takeaways tonight?
Yeah, that was the big thing, man. I enjoyed the RJ Barrett experience. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
That was enjoyable. Not only just, you know, the 26 points, but just
Recording
the
in
all-around
progress.
The all-around game by RJ was just
Recording
great. You know, the way he
stopped.
was moving the ball, the way that he was getting everybody else involved. I thought, you know, the decisions from
Recording
Mitchell
in
Robinson,
progress.
all kind of different things that he was doing in this game. It was just nice to see. But like you said, man, we got to make shots. And OKC, got to give them credit. They played really well. But the game was never truly out of reach. This was a game that we could have easily taken if we had made our shots. And you're looking down the line, 19% from the three-point line ain't gonna cut it. And the big thing for me, like you mentioned at the end, is those free throws. You know, it was nice to finally see RJ Barrett going to the line, getting those foul calls. It looked like the referees were in his favor. But you gotta make those free throws. 5 for 9, you know, it's good. But at the same time, if you're gonna have that kind of night, you gotta make those free throws. Even if he had added a few threes in there, it'd been nice. But yeah, I'm looking at 48, 1 for 8. I'm looking at, you know, Deuce 1 for 6 from 3. Q Grimes couldn't give us much. Quickly couldn't give us much. It's just one of those things where we just couldn't make our shots. I'm not really too panicked about it. I know people are jumping out the window. Julius Randle didn't play, so now what? It's the first game. You know, that's also a big factor too. I feel like people are trying to understand how to play in this style of basketball. The speed was 100 from the entire game. It felt like, compared to just when the subs come in. It's just a learning process. Yeah, it's against the Thunder, but if you ain't making shots, I don't care who you're playing against, it's going to be a night like tonight. So we'll see how it goes against Toronto.
Not when you're shooting that way, man. Like I said, 19% from 3.
8 for 41, bro.
8 for 41. and then 54% from beyond from the charity stripe. He's just not going to win too many games like this. To me, the turning point of the game, we still cut this to within 3. I mean, we went into the half. We went into the half down 2. Despite not shooting well and despite them tearing it up from 3, we were still in this game. And on a large part by RJ, I thought Obi finished the half well, and McBride came in with I think 5 points to close the half.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, with 10.5 to go, we were down by 3, bro. on a quickly step back, we were down by 3, and from that moment on, they would go on a 21-9 run to run us out the building, and a lot of that damage was with SGA out of the game. And I thought that was the biggest turning point, because, you usually want to rely on your bench to get us in there and maybe even get the lead. But a lot of OKC extended that lead was with Shai Gilgeous coming off the bench. By the time he came back off the bench, they were already up 12. So they went on a 9-1 run with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the bench. By that time, to me, the game was done.
Yeah, they had a really good spread attack throughout this entire game. Yeah, Shea led the way as he typically does, but you're looking at everybody, and everyone had at least 6+ points. I mean, there's some 4s and 2s in here, and that's the big thing. They were taking advantage, and they're playing like they ain't got nothing to lose, and you expected that playing a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. But yeah, that was the big part. I feel like we're gonna talk about rotations and this, that, and the third, which I think a lot of it had to do with that. I feel like we could have took advantage if we probably put Obi back in the game, because like you mentioned, he closed the half playing solid, but he didn't really play too many minutes in that second half, which was really curious to me. I didn't understand what the excuse would have been this time, because Taj looked like he only took one shot attempt. He was gassed. Yeah, you could see he was gassed in this game. So I didn't understand why we didn't get more of Obi Toppin in that second half, especially in that fourth quarter. But yeah, once they started going, it's like we just settled for jump shots. After they went on that run that you mentioned, we just settled for jump shots. Nobody was attacking the rim anymore. It was one and done. We'd shoot the ball, they get the rebound, they're pushing the pace, which would lead to a bucket for them. And like I said, I feel like that has a lot to do with just us figuring out, these roles now that a guy like Julius Randle is not in the lineup anymore. Guys have to understand the floor is more open for you, and you can take that as a slight, you can take that or whatever you want to take it as. That's just the case right now. The floor is a little bit more open because now all hands are on deck. We need offense from anybody that's going to have the ball in their hands. So I feel like this was just a learning process, because the shooting numbers were bad, but the quality of the shots were good.
Yeah,
really good.
I thought they were getting really good looks,
shots,
bro.
Yeah,
I definitely thought they were getting good looks. It just wasn't falling for them.
Going on tonight.
It was just one of those nights, man. Shots just were not falling, but I thought they were getting good looks. I thought the ball was flowing very well, especially in the first half, and just wasn't falling for them. On the Obi front, Obi gets his start in Julius's absence, and when we talked about Julius going into the protocol and Obi starting, I said, me and JD went live yesterday, and I said, don't expect him to just jump into Julius' shoes and, assume that usage and start going off on one-on-ones. Obi's still a player that needs effective playmaking, effective point guard play to get going, a faster pace, getting out in transition. He needs that. And they didn't get that for him tonight. And I thought the lack of an established point guard hurt us tonight. Yes, we did have McBride starting, and you want to look at the Houston game and say, he can get it going, but keep in mind, that's still an area of his game that he needs to work on. That's why McBride was picked where he was picked, because the league did not know where he would fit. Is he a point guard? Is he a shooting guard? Is he a tweener? So that was why McBride got picked so far down in the draft. So, and he admitted to myself and others during some league, that's what he's working on. He's working on playmaking, working on pick and roll playmaking as well. And so today he didn't really have it from a playmaking standpoint. And with Obi, you need that. So I was actually looking for where Obi was concerned. I thought tonight was a night I would have tried to take advantage of OKC going small. I mean, Roby was the tallest guy they played out there. He's 6'8". Mm-hmm. Pokusevski might be a little bit taller, but, he's not a true center. But with Roby, with them starting Roby and him being 6'8", I would have tried to space the floor out a little bit more at some point in this game and try an offense lineup with IQ, Burks, Grimes, RJ, and Obi. See if we could space the floor out a little bit then go a little like 1-5 pick and roll IQ Obi, and then you can truly space the floor. I mean, with RJ, he's not truly spacing it, but he's probably your best option to go small ball 4. I would have tried that a little bit. Maybe that would have gotten Obi going. But as you said, he still didn't play that many minutes in the second half, and Taj was out there laboring. So I'm not.
I would also add to that. I mean, yeah, Obi, but I'm also looking at Mitch. I feel like the Mitchell Robinson pick and roll was killing them in that first half. Mitch was 4 for 5.
Right, they were going to Mitch
away from it.
They were establishing Mitch in the post.
Yeah, because they were taking advantage. To your point, they were taking advantage to the lack of height, and I feel like that was something that they should have just like Madden, run the same play over and over again because they really didn't have an answer for it. Yeah. But then it just vanished. You didn't see it happening ever again. I don't know if there's anyone to blame for that, or they were just trying to. I don't know, but that was something I thought that we could have used a lot more of. Yeah, I would like to see that with Obi Toppin as well. But Mitchell Robinson in that first quarter, you could tell like, oh yeah, this should be a game for him to go off on, and we didn't really take too much advantage.
They didn't go back. They didn't go back to it. They didn't go back to it. They established Mitch very well in the beginning of the game, and they did not go back to that. So good points there. Fournier started. He was questionable. Did start. Forget the whole CAA TV thing. I know they're gonna come at me with it, but there was a point in this game. He started off well. First 2 possessions. He knocked down a 3. Then he got Mitch with the assist.
Yeah.
There was a point where he did look like he tweaked his ankle again. And after that, he just didn't have it. He didn't have it. And you could see that. He was laboring out there as well. Now, it looks like he's always laboring. People in the chat will say that. But tonight, in particular, he definitely didn't have it. I thought we would have went to Burks a little bit longer. The guy that did give us 34 points in the Detroit game. Burks went, only played 24 minutes. I thought Burks was going to start at the 1, first and foremost. But I thought Tibbs would have went with Burks a little bit longer tonight, for sure.
Yeah, especially the close. I was looking, especially I know he probably was gassed, but what have you done for me lately? And I feel like Burks had that tremendous game to close out for us against Detroit. So I felt like we saw him at least play more minutes in that fourth quarter when we knew we weren't getting any offense, and or not even just the fourth quarter, in the second half, because like you mentioned, Fournier looked like he was just trying his best to keep his ankle in place because it looked like it was hurting.
He didn't look good.
Yeah, the first shot looked good, and then that was the only shot he made. Yeah. So, I think it was one of those things where, you got to give him credit for trying to give it a go. But, it wasn't his night. I would have liked to see a little bit more Burks minutes tonight, too, especially since Grimes didn't really have it the same way as he has. Even defensively, I feel like Grimes was just a little off tonight. I think, like I said, it's just a learning curve, I feel like, for everybody. Yeah. More minutes coming to people that weren't used to the minutes. I think a lot of adjusting was going on in this game. So I'm really curious to see how things go against Toronto.
Did you talk about RJ yet? Because my man was in his bag tonight, man.
I'll never stop talking about RJ. Go ahead.
I was happy for 2 reasons. Number one, just to see him. I love seeing him attacking and finishing. The threes are going to come and go, but I think him finishing more consistently is very important. I love seeing that. And number 2, I picked him twice in 2 of my entries in prize picks. So I doubled down on RJ, real talk, legitimately. And tonight, prize picks, if you go 5 for 5, they're giving you 22 times your money tonight rather than 10. So I really doubled down on RJ tonight. He came through for me with the 26 points. Prize picks set the number at 16.5 points, and he hit that. He hit the over on with 26. So that was good. Now, I'm losing with Anthony Edwards, but we'll get back to that.
Man.
But yeah, what was your take on RJ's game tonight?
Man, what can I not say? You already know. I'm going into every one of these games expecting greatness from RJ, even when there's not coming. I'm looking for it. But like I said, I think that we were talking about it before the show. We were expecting something like this. We knew RJ was going to come out of it at the very least being aggressive, and that's what he did. And then to that point, he was looking like Duke. RJ Barrett. He was looking like Montverde Academy, RJ Barrett, finishing around the rim, because that's something that he was known to do. That's why he was the number one in I was gonna say universal. Slow down, CK. Number one in the nation going into college, because that's just was his bread and butter. You could not guard him in the paint because he was going to score with any which way. And it seemed like since he put on a Knicks uniform, that had gone down. But this game, you saw a lot of that retro RJ coming out, and it was really exciting to see. And like I mentioned earlier, it was just nice to see him do all the stuff, like outside of just scoring. He was trying to get everyone else activated. Didn't really work, but we were getting some great shot attempts. So I saw a few great open looks there for Fournier, good open looks there for Quentin Grimes, Knox, like all these.
How about that feed to Mitch?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The pick and roll with Mitch. I wanted more of that.
Yeah,
I wanted more of that. I think that's something that we're going to see down this line with Julius Randle out. We're going to see them use that a lot more frequently because I love the attempts that RJ Barrett always tries to get for Mitchell Robinson. That one play you're talking about right now he could have gone up for a left-handed layup and made the extra pass behind him for a crazy dunk for Mitchell Robinson. Like those are the kind of things that I love about his game, where he's getting everyone involved along with his shot. My main issue for him, I just want you to make those damn free throws. You finally get into the line.
Yeah,
we're finally getting to the line. We complain and talk about all the time. Get into the line. Referees gave you 9 of them. You only made 5 of them. If you're gonna be that number 1 dude right now, make some of those free throws.
Got
the threes, if you're gonna shoot 8 of them, I want to see at least 2 or 3 of those in there. But the free throws for sure got to go in.
3 dimes, 2 steals. Could have had a lot more dimes if we just hit our shots.
Yeah.
And so it was cool to see, just RJ in that playmaking mode, because we've seen those flashes and we've seen him when he's able to take command of an offense, what that can do. And like I said, he had a lot more potential assists there with the shots just weren't falling. So it could have been a bigger game for him from the stat line.
He just looked different.
Yeah.
He just looked like a whole different basketball player as a number 1. Like I said, I'm excited about the kid. I really have a lot of hopes from him. But I mean, seriously, if anybody with eyes watching this game, he just looked like a completely different dude. To your point, since he's been in a Knicks uniform, he doesn't finish around the rim the way he do. This man went left and flipped it to his right with 2 dudes on him. You know what I mean? Like those are the kind. He just looked different. He looked like he was up for the occasion. So it's just a lot of fun. So I want to see what that comes out. But we got to win the game. You know what I mean? Like all that's great, but we got to win the game, especially against the Thunder.
And so the thing with him was that he was the most consistent in terms of being able to get to the basket. And Han was on the MSG post game, taking the starters to task and the team to task for not attacking enough. But I thought Wiley's points Wiley was on point. It was like, forget Fournier, but like a guy like a Quentin Grimes, like he's not a guy that attacks the basket. You know what I mean? That's still a part of his game that needs to be developed. Like he's not a guy that attacks. He's a shooter. Obviously you'd love to see IQ. You'd love to see Burks do that more. IQ, it's sometimes in between. I thought his floater was on point, but he's not a guy that can relentlessly drive to the basket and draw contact as well, especially with these new rules. So I thought our lack of a point guard was glowing tonight because outside of RJ, nobody else could really drive and kick and play make for us. We only finished with 12 dimes. Did you have an issue with McBride starting at point over, let's say, IQ or even Burks?
No, not tonight, because I knew. I thought it would have been quick getting more of the minutes, anyways. It's one of those things where you just want to keep that firepower on the second unit, at least for this first game when the short notice we have with Kemba Walker. So no, I didn't really have a problem with it. I thought it would have helped us get a little booster on the defensive end. And like we were talking about, RJ Barrett was the one that was handling the ball for the majority with that first unit, anyways. So I was okay with it. Like I said, I just wanted to see Quick do more with it when he did go out there. I feel like a lot of the time he when he does have the opportunity to go to the rim, I know that's not his game, whether it becomes a floater or him getting to the foul line, he always settles for the step back. And I think that's one of those things and one of those keys that we want to see him grow into, being more consistent in trusting your ability to get to the rim and trusting the ability to get to the line, because we know he's knockout from the free throw line. So other than that, I had no problem with McBride starting this game. I think it made sense defensively for us, but we'll see what happens in the next game. We'll see if he goes with IQ. I don't think he will, but we'll see.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, especially, when we had Bourbon on and Bourbon was like, listen, I wouldn't be surprised, based on how much Tibbs likes McBride, if he wouldn't be surprised if at full strength that they ultimately did go start McBride at the point. I had always considered, going with Quick just because I just felt like from a playmaking standpoint, he's a little bit farther ahead. But I think, not knowing Tibbs' justification all the way, I just, would assume that maybe he wanted to keep that second unit together with IQ, Burks, Grimes, Taj, keep that unit together, keep those two guards together, especially IQ and Burks, and maybe go with a little more defense with McBride, bring some balance to the lineup, and maybe see if McBride can, bother or be a pest to Shea Gilgeous a little bit. Didn't work, but that's what I felt like Tibbs' thinking was.
Yeah, Shea gonna make it difficult on anybody, and especially a rookie who, Deuce has shown he's a solid defender. He's great, but Shea was giving it to all of our guys. So Shea's just different. He's just different.
Bro, Shea is an absolute monster. I mean, listen, we gotta give credit where credit is due. That would be my, target in a future trade.
Amen.
It's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, bro. It's that next tier of star players. A guy that can get to the rim relentlessly at will, has the length, has the extension, the finish. And goes at his own pace. You know what I'm saying? He's not lightning speed, but he goes at his own pace. Euro step is filthy. And he's just hard to stop, man. Finishes so well.
And that's just all his game.
Yeah.
He gets everyone else involved on top of all that. You know what I mean? And he's a big guard that can get rebounds. And we know we have our rebounding problems.
Facts.
He's just, that dude just does everything. And he does it at his pace. And he makes the other teams play at his pace, which is crazy. Yeah, he's just really good.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is a problem, man. An absolute problem. Let me salute the chat, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP the Franchise, CK2K here. Happy New Year to Knicks Nation and all the visitors. We know there's some visitors in here right now. This is Knicks Postgame Live presented by Prize Picks. Knicks lose 95-80 in OKC. Close out 2021 with a tough L. I thought they fought. They certainly, the effort was there, but they just got outgunned. Sometimes that's just how it goes down, man. So that's just what it is. Call us up with your take. 657-383-1509 is the number to call. You could also hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord. Got my New Year's drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm sipping tonight, of course. Something brown, something good. So
I like that. Yeah, respect.
Yeah, man. Definitely trying to close out the year properly. You know what I'm saying? Let me salute some super chats that have come in so far. And get this comment out of the chat. I put the comment about McBride starting over Kemba. Let me put that down. Let me just salute the super chats real quick that have come through. Salute to Zabi Kozdal. He says, everyone want to play the rookies. Just remember the Fizdale years. You use rookies to bring in established players. Guys like Randall Fournier are established and are used as shields for critique. So Zabi checking in, keeping it real. Because, I kind of accept tonight so that we didn't have to hear from the, I told you we were better without Randall people. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't think that's a fair take, bro. He's struggling. We know that. But to just outright say, oh, well, the numbers say we're better without him, I think we got to pump our brakes a little bit. Because tonight was a clear case where you saw, yes, RJ was able to get to the basket, but we had no true advantages, bro. We had no one that could truly create separation. We had no one that could draw double teams, draw attention. That's what Julius would do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to be fair. Now he's struggling in his role, no doubt. But when you don't have a clear-cut point guard to pick and roll with and create those advantages, or you don't have a guy that can, like a Shea Gilgeous, that can relentlessly get you to the basket on dribble drive, you still need a threat that can make the defense work, make the defense move. And tonight we didn't have that.
At all. And I agree with you on that because you knew it would have been chaos. And it didn't matter who would have scored what, who would have had what stat line. The fact of the matter is if we had won this game without Julius Randle, that would have been the entire conversation. It would have nothing to do with anything that we did on the court. It would have been the fact that just because Julius Randle did not play, that would have been the conversation. So I agree with you on that for sure. Like I said, though, man, it's just there's a lot of things that this team is still trying to figure out. I know it's so late to be saying that, but we're seeing it right now. We're seeing, the people still do not know what their role is. People, it feels like this team still does not have their identity, and that could not be great. But we're still in the playoff run for those who are really looking at that and looking to see us be a playoff team. We're still in that hunt, and we still have time to figure that out. So the more time, and if we're still keeping it close, and the players are improving in that time, that's all I really truly want. I want to see Obi Toppin thrive in this opportunity. I want to see RJ Barrett thrive in this opportunity and take all these guys take their talent to the next level. Deuce McBride and Grimes as rookies getting an opportunity to play. I want to see them take that next step with this. But to your point, man, to not win this first game, it's very easy to go into the new year knowing that we don't have to hear all that from the hating Julius Randle squad, that the fire squad.
100%, man. Let's get to the phones. Let me get to my guy Will from LI. Will, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? CP, CK2K, how you guys doing?
What's good, bro? How you feeling?
Will.
Good. Nursing over this damn Rona got me, but I'm almost on the other side of this.
Okay,
so
good, man.
Though.
Good, man. Rest up, bro.
Listen, yeah, definitely, bro. It's just more contagious, y'all. So y'all just be careful out there if y'all going out for New Year's. But to get to the game, man, bro, I don't want to be on the hating Julius Randle train, and it's not about that, but it's just like I just wish Julius would play the way that he's built to play as a four, really get into the paint, because I just feel like it's going to be a give and take, bro, because RJ has always had the ability to do what he did today. Mm-hmm. Only issue is, as soon as he came into the league, he had Julius Randle, Elfrid Payton, keep going on. So I just feel like, if you're really going to see the most out of RJ, it's not going to be paired up with Julius. Whether that's on this team or another team, I hope it's on this team, but I feel like if you're going to go through RJ, the offense just looked a lot better, bro. There wasn't didn't you hear that they said that there wasn't a lot of turnovers or any turnovers until the second half? Like, it's easy to like look at it one way, but I'm just saying like the offense just looked a lot better. I just felt like if we made more shots tonight, we would have been competitive, and we still do need a number two. That should have been Fournier. He wasn't looking good today, but you pair RJ with a nice wing. Maybe you get him through the draft. Maybe you get him through free agency. I really think RJ can sign, bro. He still got to work on the three, but I just like what I saw from RJ today. And if I got to see this and get rid of Randall to see more of this, I would do it. And that's just me. But either way, man, I'm going to let you get to it. Happy New Year. Oh, yeah, congrats, CP, for all your success. WFFN, 45 subscribers, all that, bro.
Appreciate you.
Really proud of you.
Appreciate you, man. You've been there. You've been there since day one, man. So I definitely appreciate all your support. And
absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm more on the replay gang now. I watch it in the morning, and the shows have been absolute bangers lately.
Let's go.
All the back and forth, the battle of the fans. You, Ashley, every JD going at it. I've been hyping up in the car, just driving to work. It's amazing, man. So just keep up the great work, bro. It's just honestly amazing and inspiring, bro. I'm
Appreciate
so proud
you,
of you. And CK2K, I'm still watching your channel too, bro. So bigs up to everybody, man. Y'all stay safe and Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, Will. Thanks a lot. Yeah, look, the biggest adjustment they've had to make all year is trying to figure out how Julius fits in this offense without bogging it down. And sometimes it looks good, and other times it doesn't look so great. And we've seen it where when RJ gets out those opportunities to really run the offense, most of the time good things happen. If he's finishing. Tonight was the night he was on point. The finishing was on point. The shot wasn't there. But that's RJ right now. Hopefully you want to see him get a bit more consistent there. So
yeah, that was my challenge at the top of the year, is just to see them at the same time have that kind of game. And we haven't seen it yet. So, that's still yet to be seen. I don't know. It's just been a weird year all the way around for this Knicks team.
Been a crazy year, bro.
Yeah. So, to see the little victories like this where, RJ Barrett in an opportunity like this, who's thriving, at least in his first game, and hopefully that continues until Julius comes back, that'd be a nice little victory for sure. But it's just been such a weird year, bro. Weird year.
Yeah. And look, it's not just been Randall's absence or Randall's presence that has impacted RJ's game. It's been the additions of Fournier and Kemba as well. Those guys have the balls in their hands a lot more. And sometimes it seems like, they go to RJ as sometimes like a tertiary option or even the fourth option in the offense. So they're going to have to make a decision, And the whole thing with the point situation, you know, they're in a tough spot, man, because with Kemba, if he's on, cool. Can you rely on him? No. Nah. the knee, as you see in warm-ups, he hurts the knee. So it's like, how long are you gonna try to thug it out with him to play through his issues when you know it's just gonna be a seesaw? You saw it in the Detroit game that he didn't have it, that he was dragging it. So it's not even surprising that he couldn't make it through in this game. They're gonna have to figure that out. How important is this push? But again, do you have a consistent option to replace him with?
And that's something else that we need to see too. I mean, you're right. We also talked about the fact that he didn't need to even be in that back-to-back in the first place. So who knows? Like maybe he doesn't play that back-to-back and he's able to play tonight. And we might see a different combination, different situation with just RJ and Kemba Walker. That's a combination we haven't seen it. Yeah, to your point, we cannot rely on Kemba Walker. This is not Charlotte Kemba Walker. We have to get that through our heads. But at the same time, who knows if we get a better, a more consistent player of the week production out of Kemba Walker, running with the younger guys and stuff. Who knows,
Yeah.
But we talked about that back to back, and I think it came to bite him in the butt here tonight with him having to miss the game because in the warm up. I think it's all catching up to him. But like I said, it's just been so weird, and it's so hard to pinpoint things and pinpoint who does what and who can do where because. Yeah. CP, at the end of the game, I just remembered that Nerlens Noel is even on this roster. He hasn't even been playing for us.
Atrocious signing, bro.
It's just been such a weird year from production-wise from these players to just some of the signings that are not panning out as up to this point. It's just been all over the place with a lot of things. But there's a lot of questions that need to be answered at the end of this season. I think it's going to be some big answers that need to be coming.
Terrible signing, bro. Absolutely horrid, man. Absolutely hard, man. So that's just tough, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's go to the Discord. I see GMook 101 on the Discord. GMook 101. If you can hear us, go ahead and unmute your microphone. GMook 101. GMook going once. See if he's on delay or not. All right, we won't go to GMook. Let's check out Drew from the Hoop Realm. What's good?
Hey, yo, what's going on, CP?
Good,
CK,
man.
What's up?
Good, man. Just mute your TV. What's going on?
Yeah, I just did. I got added in so quickly. But, yeah, so everyone's going on about, how, Fournier played bad. I get it. It was just one of those nights where we weren't hitting shots, so I'm not too upset about it. But what I did notice was this. RJ played a great game, but in some instances, I felt like he could have done a little more. Because during the game, there were instances where, Shea was backing off of him, basically asking him to shoot, the midi, and he wouldn't do it. And granted, he was getting to the rack, but it's for a player's development, especially like RJ, who kind of sometimes lacks that offensive creativity, you wish that he would just do something like that. And basically, that's all I got to say. I mean, I don't really have any complaints minus, everything that was answered to me yesterday, the offensive flow, the pacing. It's different with Obi in the starting lineup. They just looked better, minus hitting shots. But yeah, you guys have a good New Year, right?
You too, man. You too.
Appreciate you too, man.
And yeah, look, that was that's the area of his game we'd like to see evolve or improve. It's just having confidence in an intermediate game. What happens when the three's not falling? What happens if you can't finish well? Is there something in the intermediate? Is there a stop and pop that he may have that he can, execute on and be confident in? He tried it last year. He would always try to get that, free throw line extended mid-range going down. You haven't seen it that much this year, but that's something that, you hope he can add to his arsenal, and it'll certainly help him in his game, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. There was a lot of opportunities today where he could have shown that off a little bit more. But beggars can be choosers. At least, like we said, he finished around the rim compared to a lot of times this season. He finished a higher percentage around the rim today. But yeah, I agree. Add some of those middies more consistently to the game and make it damn free throws, Mr. Barrett.
No question about it. Okay, let's get back to the phones. I see my guy Papa Left in here. Papa Left, hang tight. We'll get Papa Left in here. 1 second. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get those likes up. And let's go to Papa Left. Papa Left, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, CP, CK2K? Just real quick on the 2021 year that was for me in KnicksFanTV. I started calling last year, and you guys may remember I had back surgery, and I was calling all doped up every game. And eventually, I made that Knicks set song with the intention of all 72 in mind. So, CP, CK, you guys know what you mean to me as big brothers. And I appreciate, everything that you guys have done by sharing your platforms with me. CK, I had a blast with you in Vegas, and it was awesome to represent KFTV in Vegas with you. So just want to wish you guys an even better 2022, but I appreciate everything you guys did for my life in 2021.
Appreciate you, man. Yo, it was definitely a blast. It was cool, even though I couldn't make it out to Vegas, for Summer League, man. It was cool to see how y'all represented. I was on ESPN ESPN several times, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, definitely appreciate you guys, bro, for sure.
Yeah, all love, Papa Left, all love, man.
Definitely. To the game, I felt CP like we felt your slanted energy towards RJ, which prize picks all night.
Not at all. Yo, listen, RJ's my guy.
You weren't hiding that at all.
RJ's my guy, but yeah, I did have some incentive on it.
And Taj filled the we don't need that role with his step in 3-pointer.
Facts. My man Taj was super gassed, calls out. They don't give it to him. The minute he gets the ball, he chucks up a three. I'm like, yo, my man, we don't need that. Like, this is not preseason here, man. Every possession is meaningful here. My man Taj throwing it away.
Yeah. I felt, there's criticisms I can make. I felt like, Tibbs has this obsession with leaving RJ out for 8 minutes. Like, that's going to help his development at a time. There's people who are very polarized on RJ, but you're not going to get him developing as a player by leaving him on the bench for 8 minutes. Obi not playing in a game like tonight is an indictment on how Tibbs feels he's a deficiency as a forward who can't shoot. I don't necessarily, I agree. I think Obi could have played the 5. If you're going to go small, just go small. But I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about the missed shots and everything, because clearly tonight was a night where in the first half, we had good movement, good shots, didn't make them, and then we almost shot so badly that we shot ourselves out of moving the ball, and we just tried to fix our bad shooting by just hero ball. So, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about Randall and last year versus this year. Randall last year was so needed for us on offense, where he had ancillary pieces that were very one-dimensional, if no dimensional. With Peyton wasn't a scorer, Noel wasn't a scorer, Reggie was a catch-and-shoot guy. So we really needed high-usage Randall. And this year we got him some help with Kemba. We got him with Fournier. Our younger players are developing. They can play at a quicker pace. Obi can play within the game. And you're seeing all this different level, this different taste of basketball that almost takes over for the lack of offensive movement that Tibbs wants to have. And these guys just play naturally. And I feel in tonight's game, you saw moments where our offense looked beautiful to watch, but we just weren't hitting shots. But then you're starting to see, I'm trying to see where Julius fits on this team. And we can use ISO Randall, just not 40, 50, 60% of the game. We can use, all right, Randall, go get us a bucket. Randall, go draw us a double team. Let's get you on the block. We need to calm down and get a bucket. We need to fuse those two styles. And at the end of the day, people complaining about Randall's effort is a credit to him, is a credit to how much we need him, because we can't have him playing with bad body language, because we know he's our most talented offensive player, sans Derrick Rose or Alec Burks when he's going crazy. So we know we need Julius. So this idea that The people from 2 nights ago were out of their mind for watching with their eyes this man's effort and his body language drop to the floor is insane to me. But with that said, this team needs to come together and play hard 48 minutes of grit basketball. That's what they were doing. I don't care about the personnel. The personnel's not going to be there every night for us to win. You could see it tonight.
Okay.
But just play hard. That's all the Knicks fans were mad about on Thursday night.
All right.
Or more Wednesday night. All right,
appreciate
y'all.
the call,
Have
man.
a great New Year.
Happy New Year, my guy.
Happy New Year, man.
Appreciate you, man. Papa left in the building.
My guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think to say that, we don't need Julius per se, I think that's foolhardy. If you're trying to, win games, he's a talented player. I don't think you can discount that. What you need him to do is play hard on both ends, play smarter. We don't need him bringing the ball up. Peg, to get that ball out of your hands, man. We got more than enough guards to bring the ball up. Let them get you going in the paint. Let them get you going in some sort of pick and pop situations. We don't need you bringing the ball up and trying to attack from the top of the arc. That is a disaster waiting to happen. We need him locked in.
And hopefully Tibbs is seeing that RJ Barrett is a guy that you can trust to bring the ball up the court to get to Julius Randle. Maybe that would unlock some chemistry things that we could see in the long term.
Right.
We'll see. But yeah, we don't need it.
We don't need it, bro. We do not need it, man. So, again, how he fits in the grand scheme of things is going to be interesting to see. But also because, Kemba's not the long-term solution at the point. Neither is D Rose. So that's why this whole thing is just kind of it's just kind of confusing, man, because what we're doing right now, yes, trying to win games and so on and so forth, but we have 2 unreliable options at the point, which is a pivotal position, especially on this team with no true superstars. It's a little bit tough, man. Definitely tough. So to everybody in the chat once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Knicks post game live presented by Prize Picks, CP the franchise, CP CK2K in the building. If you guys are new in the chat, we got over 1,000 people in here. Number one, hit that like button. Let's get those thumbs up. Let's break the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys are new in the chat, type in hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. Definitely want to salute and appreciate all 1,000 people with us, rocking with us on New Year's Eve. Talking about this Knicks loss, man. Knicks lose 95-80. All right, back to the Discord we go, man. I've been trying to get this guy E crossover for a couple of days now. I don't know if they've been listening or what's been going on. E crossover. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, you guys can
there we go, E crossover, man. We've been waiting on you for the last 3 shows, man.
Yeah, man. I've been listening, man.
My man been sleeping in the Discord for the last 3 shows, man.
Nah. Just haven't been getting through in the last time. I had a lot of stuff going on in the background.
No problem.
I was like, I know nothing gonna happen, but
yeah.
First time calling. So just to talk about the game, I wanted to talk about with Quickly and Obi Toppin. First, Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin to me throughout the whole game. He seemed pretty, I wouldn't say nervous, but I believe that he tried to not assert himself too much into the rotation of him being in the starting lineup. I believe that him missing those free throws, I think it was a little jittery. I was like, all right, he's probably starting. He's trying to find his way at being a starter. Because honestly, when you see him in Dayton, he was completely a perennial all-star in the offense.
Yeah.
He was a playmaker. He was
at the 5, though. And not to cut you off, that's why I wanted to see on a night like tonight when OKC was going small, I was hoping to see if we could space it out a little bit better with IQ, Grimes, Burks. Yeah. You still want RJ out there because he's still big and he still can get you some boards, so he's got to play the 4. Or maybe Kev at the 4, but defensively might be a little shaky. And then Obi at the 5 and see what that does, offensively if he can get a spark.
Yeah, because most definitely, because even in Dayton, he averaged about like a block a game, throughout Dayton while he was playing the 5, while playing that versatile role. And there were times where I feel like he was too hesitant on driving or wanted to kick out. I want to see him use the game that he had in Dayton when he was being a better spot-up shooter from the 3, even though I believe that he doesn't get that many looks for him in order to, be a volume shooter. And, that's the only thing I want him to work on, just assert himself more and show Tibbs, yo, I can do this. Because he showed it in Dayton. That's why even Perkins and other and either other analysts were saying he's, the best talented player in the draft, supposedly. So I want him to show that the way he was when he was being scouted to all the people. Now, the main person I want to talk about is Quickly. I believe Quickly, fundamentally, he needs to work on his shooting form and how he sets his feet when he shoots. You see him a lot when he's leaning forward.
Yeah.
He's either setting, like if a CK2K says, he'll drive in. If it doesn't work, he'll step right back and try to look like and same way RJ Barrett does. They won't work through the drive. They'll step back and they'll take like 5 to 6 seconds off the clock, which already takes enough away from everybody just standing around. So Quickly needs to work on his shot. He needs to work on his footing, because I believe that if he works on those things on the off season, he can be a starter, and then McBride could come in and be at a defensive or be the off guard to create that defensive tenacity that they actually need. Because Quickly can shoot the ball and he has the confidence to shoot it. It's just him, while he's setting his feet, he's very off balance. Even when he shoots the floater, you guys see it. When he was a rookie, it seemed like he had like one of the best floaters to come up in the game. And now he just throws it up with like no intentions to have like proper setting and everything like that. And I just believe that he needs to just work on that. Overall, we had a bad shooting game, but I like how the offense was running. We kept passing the ball. We kept on trying to find people. And I believe that if we keep going the way that we're going, hopefully Tibbs has some offensive mind in his head to make some plays work within these guys without Randall in there, and we can win some games. Because I think that they can win a couple of games with this schedule that they have. It's not a tough schedule.
Yeah,
so I believe we can win at least 1 or 2 to showcase Randall, you got a team with you, so just utilize them to the best of your abilities, because you can pass the ball. You just have to say, I'm not Melo, I'm just Randall. Let me just do my thing. That's it.
All right, man. Appreciate the call,
all right, man.
man.
Yeah, have a good one. Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Good to finally connect, man. I'm glad you woke up and jumped on the Discord, man.
No. I'm gonna be often here. Man. Salute.
No doubt. Crossover on the check-in. So to everybody in the chat, man, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get those likes up. Let's break the YouTube algorithm tonight. New Year's Eve edition, the last one of 2021 for KnicksFanTV. Oh, I want to shout out $50 super chat from Samson H. He says, yo, I just want to say these grown men keep saying play the kids. They don't want to win. They fanboy over young boys. It's kind of disgusting. Randall playing like trash. But listen, he's our only hope this year. Happy New Year, fam. Okay. I wouldn't say that fan. I mean, I just think, look, I think fans want to see their homegrown talent playing and shining, and they want to see one of them become a superstar. That's everybody's dream, right?
Right. Yeah.
Everybody wants to see the next, homegrown LeBron, KD, blah, 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 and say that, we got this guy and we have legitimate chances to win something with this guy. And, a lot of times in the draft, it don't work that way, but you still want to see them play to see if that possibility is there, if that spark is there, So I think that's where most fans are with the younger players. Shout out to Vincent Foster, CK Team hashtag new. Eric Ward says Happy New Year's, fam. Salute CK2K and CP the General hashtag been here. Let's go. CP's Manscaped Razor, man. How could I forget your support? You know what I mean? Go to manscaped.com and promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Always here. I'm wondering if that was somebody else. Or if that's just a completely new person. What was your former name? What was your former username? Are you going to tell us this? It was a great rebrand. They even have the Lawnmower 4.0 as their icon, as their avatar. That's fire. Shout out to Arlene Rivera. Arlene, Happy New Year. Who else we got in there? Anybody else team hashtag new?
Yeah, I'm trying to find some news. I'm scrolling up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anybody new. Prize Pick. People mad about Prize Picks right now.
Yo, I got hit, man. Prize Picks was going 22x tonight. Bro, I just missed my shot. Shot at 440. We'll talk about it in a minute, man. I'm gonna take another call and then we'll get to Prize Picks, man. But I made one blunder. Actually, no, I still gotta. Yeah, I made a couple blunders. I made 2 blunders.
Yeah, same.
I made 2 blunders.
3 or 5.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lucas, Hawkeye 420. They coming in, and my man Edwin Pierce saying hashtag old head. Hashtag old head. I like that hashtag.
Old head. Shout out Juju92. What up, Juju92? Lucas Sachs, Hawkeye 420. I feel like they've been in here before, but Lucas Sachs, shout out.
Right.
Yeah, Hawkeye 420 definitely been in here. Sean P, what's going on? the Shells, all the mods. Let's go. What's going on, man? Appreciate all the mods all year long helping out, man. Helping out on the replay gang, the live shows. Definitely appreciate all the mods, man, for sure. All right, couple more calls. Let's go rapid fire, people. Let's go to Tyrone from Baltimore. Tyrone, what's going on?
CP, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
It's Ron from Be More. Happy New Year to you, man.
Yo, Edgar, why Edgar say Tyrone, man? That's why I said, like, this sounds like Ron. I'm mad confused right now. You don't sound like a Tyrone.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
It don't matter, man. I'll take Tyrone. That's all good.
No
man.
doubt, no doubt.
I'm depressed.
Ah, man, what's
I'm
going
depressed,
on, man?
I
What's
mean,
going on?
Look, people are just going to say it was just missed shots. Some of it was. Some of it, I disagree. I thought there were some shots that we took a little bit rushed. The caller is right about Quickly. As much as I love Quickly,
I didn't like the shot
he pulls
selection
the
tonight.
trigger.
Yeah.
A couple of them, he pulled the trigger a little too early.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to get in the flow. Like, just because you have an open look where you have a little bit of space, and granted, IQ can hit it from the parking lot. I'm aware. But when you're down like that, you want to get the best possible shot you can where look at the shots OKC was generating where Muscala's wide open or Aaron Wiggins is wide open. Like, that's what I'm trying to get. I'm not trying to get the shot where I'm a little bit open.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the perfect shot. Some of them we did. We got those. Grimes got some really good open looks. Like, so some of it was open shots, but some of it I am not going to say it was just missed shots. Absolutely not. Nope. Sorry, that's an easy thing to say. We could have gotten even better shots at times. I thought there were some forced ones.
Yeah.
And I'll leave you with this. I thought my boy Alec Burks needed to be brought in that game earlier in the third quarter.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Bro, Evan didn't have it.
He didn't have it.
Come on, man. Alec needs to come in early. When that thing got out of control, if you bring Burks back in, he gives you an 8-0 run, and we're back in this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not having this call with you right now. Alec could have calmed it down a little bit. I really believe that. I thought the offensive rebound they gave up to Jerome when we cut it to 3.
It was big.
How many times, CP, have we talked about, even last year, the one offensive rebound? How many times? And also free throws. But how many times that one offensive rebound has – remember the Lakers game last year? Remember that game where D Rose didn't box out? It was the whole team. But remember that
Double
rebound?
OT, yeah.
Like, we got to get that
OT.
board, man.
Yeah.
We looked young. So when everybody's saying playing the kids, we all want to blame Julius. And, yes, Julius has been bad. Julius has been very bad. But the bottom line is the team has issues beyond just Julius Randle. We looked young.
Yeah,
we did not look like – we did not – we didn't do it tonight, man. Alec Burks deserved better. He deserves to party with us tonight, and we let him down.
All right, man.
That's all I got.
Rob from Bevo. Shout out to Rob, man. Shout out to Rob.
At least he's consistent.
Yeah. At least he's consistent, right? Kevin from Yonkers. Kevin, what's going on, man?
Yeah, what's up, CP? What's up, CK?
How you doing, bro?
Keep it rapid. Rest in peace, Sam Jones. Rest in peace, Betty White.
Absolutely.
RJ did his thing. He balled out. Deuce for me gets a pass because he had to guard SGA. I get the 3-point disparity. We had open threes, but I agree with Ron from Beemore. Like, it looked like we were chucking and forcing bad shots at times. And at one point, like, when do we attack the paint? RJ understood we attacked the paint because he's going against, Poku, Derek Favors, and, oh, my bad, I forgot the center, Roby. Like, come on. And last thing, everyone, like, a lot of people are turning on Tibbs right now. Google who we were looking for in the coaching search, and you'll see how down bad we are if we get rid of Tibbs. All right, I'm out. Happy New Year, everyone.
All right.
We're going to come hard in 2022.
Let's go. Pause. All right,
awesome.
appreciate you, man. All right. All right, Kevin from Yonkers. That was a flagrant 3. We had to get him up out of there fast.
Fine. Your fine's in the mail, bro. Your fine's in the mail.
Flagrant 3, fam.
Fine's in the mail.
Flagrant 3. Shout out to Kevin,
right past
man.
me.
Yeah.
Nah.
Shout out to Kevin. He thought he was gonna catch me slipping. You know what I mean? I was slipping a little bit, but no.
Man.
That was All right. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. As usual, man. Knicks Fan TV Live. Knicks Post Game Live is presented by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, is the best NBA daily fantasy prop game out there on the market. They have more NBA props than any other daily fantasy sports operator out there. And what do we mean by props? It's simple: overs and unders. So when you hear me and CK, or me, CK, and JD talking about it, we're playing these games over or under a certain statistic for 2 to 5 picks. That's the name of the game for Prize Picks. You're gonna pick 2 to 5 players, and you can mix and match sports. You can play NBA, NFL. We had 2 college football playoff games tonight. You could have played those tonight as well. And you just picking 2 to 5, and you're predicting over or under certain statistics that Prize Picks lays out for that night. Now, typically when you play a 5-pick flex, which is the max, 5 picks is the max. Typically, you can potentially win 10 times on your money. Tonight for New Year's Eve, Prize Picks was doing 22 times your money tonight, CK. So it was a big one for Prize Picks tonight. But how did I do tonight? Wasn't that great, and I'll tell you why. Now, here's how I played tonight. With Julius being out, well, first pick I made was Lowry Marketing under 14.5 points. With Jared Allen coming back, you still have Evan Mobley there. I thought it was going to be a little bit less of a opportunity for Marketing to get buckets. And I went, even though he had an efficient night, he didn't shoot the ball that much tonight, and he finished with 8 points. So I hit that. My next pick, I thought this was my lock of the night, which was RJ. Yeah, believe it or not, RJ over 16.5 points. I figured without Julius, the ball was going to be in RJ's hands to create. We had no other options. And then without Kemba, I already knew that was going to happen. So I played 2 tickets with RJ Barrett at the top of it. And it hit 26 points for RJ tonight. So he definitely came through. Here's one that might not hit tonight. Lakers are one of the worst defensive teams in the league, especially at guarding the point. Mm-hmm. I picked Dame over. This 30.5 was a high number. I knew that, but it is Dame. And with the Lakers defense being so trash against guarding points, I took Dame over 30.5 points in LA. That one's not going to hit. I think he's still in single digits in points tonight. Yeah. And the game is in the third quarter. So that is not going to hit on one of my tickets. I played Dame on one of my tickets. The second thing I went for on this particular ticket was, let's see where I went next. I'm trying to remember where I went next. I went with John Morant. This was my other lock of the night. John Morant coming off the 40-point performance off against the Lakers, a terrible team defending the point, in San Antonio, hosting San Antonio. Another team, I believe San Antonio Spurs are second to last in terms of defending opposing guards. John Morant already on a hot streak. I went over 25.5 points, and he definitely surpassed that one. So John Morant hit with 30 points. The next pick I went with on that ticket was in the rebounding category. I went with Larry Nance under 9 rebounds. Lakers are a pretty decent rebounding team. I went with Larry Nance with the under on rebounds. He's got 7 at the half.
At half, yeah.
So that ticket right there looks like I'm only gonna hit 3 out of 5, which will net me $8. So that one was a heartbreaker, man. Now,
tough.
On my next ticket, here's where I went on my next ticket that I think I will hit, which will be good for $40. I went with RJ again on the over, which hit. I went with the Spider coming back at home against Minnesota. I went with the Spider, Donovan Mitchell, over 27.5 points. That hit. He's got 39, and I think that game is over now. So he's got 39. He scored 36 against Minnesota in the first game, so I already knew that was going to hit. That was my lock. I picked Anthony Edwards, bro, under 23.5, and I knew this number was going to be very low. But I just figured with him coming back from COVID, the Jazz coming in here, top 5 defense in the league, at home, I just, for some reason, I just felt like the Jazz were, I thought this had blowout potential, and so I thought the Jazz defense was going to come through. Anthony Edwards finished with 26, so I lost that one. I lost that one on Edwards. And then I picked LeBron James on this ticket, over 30.5 points. LeBron's been on a hot streak, scoring over 30 points in his last 7 games. And right now, LeBron has 27 points at the half. So he needs 31 to break that. I think he'll get that. And then the last pick I made on this ticket was Bojan Bogdanovic over 2.5 threes, Utah versus the Timberwolves. And he's cracked that with 3 made three-pointers. So right now, I think the best I'll do right now is basically break even, because I put in $40 on the 2 tickets, $20 each, and I'll probably just win $40 on the second ticket. So had a chance at 440, probably coming out with 40, man. But it's prize picks for the night, man. How'd you do, bro?
Man, Shay's the only one that messed me up. I'm looking at it now. Westbrook is about to get his 9 assists. I picked the over, or 10 assists. I picked the over. He has 7 at halftime. He's definitely gonna get that. I had RJ Barrett for rebounds. He had 7. Needed 6.5. LeBron James, I knew he was gonna shoot threes, because on the other side, the Blazers, they don't guard the perimeter well at all. They had him at 2.5. He already has 4 at half. Anthony Edwards, I knew he was gonna go to the free throw line a lot. Made his free throws, but Shay is the reason why I don't get my times 22, because he's the only one I needed. I needed him to get 6 rebounds. I just thought, because they didn't have any bigs, Shay's been a monster on every stat sheet, and the Knicks don't like rebounds. I was like, yeah, Shay easily gonna get 6-7 rebounds tonight, and he only got 4 tonight. So I'm gonna get a 40 piece for my New Year's Eve prize picks. Well, I'm not mad at. I still get money. But man, that multiplied by
40 and 40, man. We in the 40 we in the 40 trenches tonight, man. But for you people at home, try your luck, man. Play to win. Go to prizepicks.com or download the PrizePicks app. Enter the promo code KFTV, and they will match your deposit of up to $100, 100%. So it's a nice 1-to-1 match on your deposit, up to $100. Sometimes Prize Picks has discounts on players. Like Christmas Day, they had Julius Randle at 0.5 points. So sometimes they'll give you some deals there that you can play with. And like I said, 2 to 5 picks and is your way to play. Shout out to Samson HCK, sends another $50 super chat. Says, let's throw KnicksFanTV some super chats for New Year's, fam. The best in the game. Shout out to Samson H. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out D-Roy. D-Roy, Happy New Year, man. He says, we won 3 games terribly, of course. We were all jumping out the window. We lost to the worst 3-point shooting team, and we cool with it. Randall ain't the problem. Well, I think, again, a night like tonight, you tip your cap to OKC. I think I give them credit. I liked how they defended us, and tonight the shots were falling. Yeah, the Knicks could have done a better job, getting guys off the line, running guys off the line. But if you're playing the percentages, this was the worst 3-point shooting team in the league. Tonight was just their night. Tonight was just their night, bro.
Always against us. Though,
yeah.
Right?
Always. That's for sure. That is definitely for sure. Let's see. Kevin Joseph, $20 super chat, says, I agree, missed shots was the main issue for the night, but one constant for the season is teams, even the worst ones, having crazy shooting nights from 3 against us. I don't know what can be done to fix it. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, as I said, man, you got to get out there and contest, and hope those things don't fall down. All right, couple more. We're gonna let me go to Tom from Huntington. Tom, what's going on?
Gentlemen, good evening. Good work like always.
Appreciate it, Tom. Appreciate it.
Number 1, shout out to Manscaped. My wife thanks you. Shout out to Prize Picks.
Absolutely.
My bill collectors, thank you. As far as this game is concerned, my thing is, what happened to Obi in the second half? I don't know why he got taken out and not brought back in. I don't get, sometimes the moves that Tibbs does, I just don't get, especially on offense. On the defensive side, I don't get why every stretch 5 in the league, they kill us. Like, they literally kill us. And it doesn't matter who we have out there. It's especially with Mitch. He just gives them like 7 feet of space. I can hit shots if you give me 7 feet of space. So that right there just bothers me. As far as with Julius, I just want to see effort, man. I don't miss shots, but if you're not giving me effort, I mean, I'm from the Patrick Ewing days. I like warriors. I like dogs. I like guys that they leave it all on the court. The spree wells, to play with heart. That's what I ask. That's all I ask. You show me effort. I'm a New Yorker. That's what we need here. But as far as everything else is concerned, like I said, you guys, great job, rapid fire.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Happy New Year to both of you and to everybody in the chat. Good work.
Appreciate
Talk to you soon.
Appreciate that, man. Happy New Year to you. Always a great call. Appreciate Tom, man. Definitely appreciate that.
Best sponsorees in the game. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Every
absolutely.
time got me laughing.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Tom. You know, and without having the stats up here, the way that this Knicks defense plays, you're susceptible to open threes. The Bucks have been the world champion Bucks have been playing this defense for a number of years under Mike Budenholzer. Several teams in the NBA play this type of defense, right? You want to take away the high percentage shots. Those are the twos, the layups, the dunks. You want to play verticality so you're not sending guys to the line.
Yeah.
And with that, you're gonna give up a lot of threes. You know, Knicks did allow a lot of open threes last year. Difference is they weren't falling as much. This year's quite the opposite. It happens that way. Obviously, you want to count. You know, they still held this team to 95 points. They scored 80. You know what I'm saying? They scored 80. You hold this team 95 points, you should be able to win the game. You score 80 in the modern NBA. That's not going to get it done. So it's a little bit of both. I mean, if their offense, if they hit half their free throws and a couple more threes, they win this game. But you can't win. Expect to win the game shooting 19% from three and 54% from free throws. They're free points. So, you know, that's just one of those nights, man. It's just one of those nights. OKC shot 41% from downtown. So
that's so.
Yeah.
What did they go? They came into this shooting 20-something, 30. Like what were they shooting before us? It's like some crazy slow number, right, whatever it was. The Knicks.
OKC came into this shooting. They were dead last in the NBA, shooting 30% from three.
30.
They shot 41%, 41.9%. They're 24th in the league with 11.4 makes per game. Tonight they made 18. So it was a one of those nights, man. It's an aberration. They shot way better than average. Just one of those things. And then for the Knicks, you shoot 19% from three, 54 from the free throw line, and score 80 points.
That's not going to get it done.
It's not going to get it done, man. Yeah, you're asking them to play 90s style Detroit Pistons defense to win this game. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
The way offenses are so free flowing, it's just not going to happen.
Right.
But they still held this team to 95 points. So, you know, offense has to pick it up.
We got to pick it up,
yeah. Let's check this guy on the Discord. I want to get to some new callers here for some new people. Milza on the Discord. Milza, what's going on? You can unmute your mic. Milza going once.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. What's going on?
Yeah, hey, man, it's Emil from Australia.
Emil Beaumansour. I saw you on the chat trying to figure out the Discord, man. I'm glad you finally got in. So what's going on?
Yeah, man. Just Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah, same to you, bro.
Yeah, so like the people that are saying that we lost to the Thunder, the worst shooting team, 3-point shooting team in the league, like I understand that's true, but I feel like it's a bit out of context because like we didn't have our highest usage player, so it's not going to be easy to mesh straight away. Like people expecting us to mesh in the first game, like,
right?
It's very hard.
No, it's because of people that look at the stats and say, you know, Knicks are playing better without Randall. It's a little bit different, man. When now you're playing a full 48 minutes without him.
Yeah, 100%. Like he draws double teams, and stuff like that. And our players looked a bit lost. They weren't sure what to do, and I don't blame them because they're not used to playing without Randall. Like he's the highest usage player, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
But with Tibbs, I feel like they should have staggered the minutes so they can get IQ and Toppin together. Like, I feel like they barely played.
Right. That's what I was looking for, bro. I was looking for that. You know, I thought the one point that could have got Obi going consistently in the pick and roll, I thought was IQ, even though he's not perfect. I thought it would have been a little bit better than what we had out there.
Yeah. 100%. But it looked like it was hard for us to create easy shots. And I think that's because we didn't have Kemba or Rose. I think our problem's always, until we get a legitimate point guard, we're going to have the same problem. Like, RJ played well getting to the rim, but wasn't really creating for others. And the shots weren't easy. And then we weren't even making the open ones anyway. So,
yep.
But But yeah, just one more thing. Imagine, can you just imagine SGA in a Knicks uniform?
Oh man, oh man,
he
man,
is unbelievable, man.
Man,
yeah, man.
I'm telling you,
I wanted Donovan Mitchell. I wanted Donovan Mitchell as my dream player in a Knicks uniform, but I think it's SGA, man.
SGA, bro.
Persistence to drive to the basket, always, always, all game today. Yeah, but can't do much. Hopefully we gel a bit better in the next game and the next couple, and then see how it goes.
No doubt, man. And happy New Year to you, man. What's 2022 like so far, man? You've been in the new year for a couple of days now. What's going on in 2022, man?
Yeah, man. Same old, man. Hopefully the Knicks play better in this year.
Yeah,
man.
Nice, man. I'm glad you're into the new year, man. I'm sure you guys got like flying cars or whatever down there in Australia, man. Good stuff, bro.
100%.
Appreciate the support, man. Have a good one, bro.
Thanks, bro. You too.
Yes, sir. My guy, Emile Beaumont-Sur. All right, a couple more before we wrap up. Rapid fire, man. Rapid fire. Knicks post-game line presented by Prize Picks. Let's go to Lindsay from Ohio. Lindsay, what's going on, man?
Hey, guys. As always, OG in the house and great format.
Thank you, man.
2K, CP. I love it.
Thanks a lot.
Listen, for the intimidation factor, I'm 5'6", but I'm listed at 5'7" in your program, bro.
Okay. No doubt.
And I'm worried about the point guard position as we move forward. And I'm worried about Mitch. He's so inconsistent. He's Paul Mokeski all over again. I mean, come on, man. No consistency. We got to get some consistency in the post play area. And there's a reason team after team shoots lights out from three against us. Something's got to change on the defensive end for this squad, man.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, I don't know what it is, but night after night, we see people have career days. We see poor or average shooting teams shoot lights out against us, and that's got to change. But keep playing the kids. I want to keep playing the kids.
Okay.
Keep mixing in Burks. Keep mixing in RJ, obviously. Burks got to play more minutes. After the game he had 2 days ago, he didn't play enough tonight, and we got to find a way to get him more minutes. We need that offense right now, and I just want to see these kids develop, man, because, we've talked about it before on here. We're not winning the title this year.
Yeah.
And so let's develop these guys and
Appreciate
see
it.
what we got.
Happy New Year,
That's
Lindsay,
all I
man.
got.
Thanks for the call. Yeah, look, CK, these guys are the Knicks are 24th in the league in opponents' three-point percentage, 36%. Thunder shoot 41% tonight. And they are 29th in the league in opponents' three-point makes per game with 14. And Thunder even passed that mark with 18. So, yeah, Tibbs might want to look at, tweaking the defense to be a little bit less aggressive in terms of, crowding the paint.
Maybe.
So that they can get these guys out on the perimeter,
Maybe.
We'll see. See how it goes, man. All right, last call tonight. Val from Jersey. Val, rapid fire. Happy New Year, though. How you doing, man?
Happy New Year's, fellas. Happy New Year. With the Prize Picks, I don't want to open up old wounds, but I've been hitting on Porzingis and Frank. Anyway, Frank had 18 the other night, and I hit, man. I almost bought the Jordan.
Wow, anyway, you put money on Frank? Wow.
Yeah, he got 18 the other night.
Kobe been good to Frank, man.
Frank been killing. Frank Hive is alive, and my man Val is putting his money where his mouth is. Let's go.
Yup, and Porzingis, sadly, I've been cooking, but yeah, Happy New Year again. And once again, RJ played phenomenal. I just feel like he needs the spacing. And now that we're starting to see his true potential as a first option, I really want us to look is like putting shooters around him. That way it opens the floor up until he has a dominant shot. I love everything I saw from RJ tonight. And it's just amazing. And once again, congrats, CP. CK2K with everything, and Happy New Year, fellas.
Happy New Year, Val. Always appreciate your support and calling in. Val feeling good going into 2022, man. My man is putting money on Frank. Life is good for him, bro.
And I saw him on Prize Picks, but I couldn't do it. I was like,
Frank,
I don't know if he's gonna continue. He had 18 the other night, man.
I have not seen a Frank
advantage.
I have not seen a Frank entry on Prize Picks, and probably because if I saw it, I wouldn't even believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even believe it, bro. I would look right past it because there's no way I'm putting money up on Frank Ntilikina to do anything. But give credit to Frank, man. He's having a good year. Shout out to him. I'm happy for him. You know, definitely happy for him, man. And to you guys out there, Happy New Year. Appreciate all the support, all of the dedication watching this show, man. Definitely means a lot. Let me finish off with the super chats, man. Salute to Val. Once again, salute to Val. Salute to Hove 80. Says more focus needs to be put on the mid-range game. Not every shot needs to be a three-pointer. Love seeing the young guys run. We them boys. Says everybody on the squad is available if OKC's looking to trade SGA. Hove 80 again says Knox need to be developed. Not too tall, not to get time. Yeah. I mean, Kev has to, take advantage. I thought he had some high moments tonight, but he's got to take advantage of his minutes, man. Tibbs, he knows what Tibbs wants from him. He's got to go out and execute. Kenny Gale says, finally, the kids got to wonder why we are 8 of 41 from RJ attacking the paint. It's working. They have no real big out, but we still chucking. Gonna take a shot for every 3 we miss. Happy New Year.
Careful.
Willie Cruz. Yeah, be careful. Willie Cruz says why didn't Tibbs play small with Obi at the 5? I was looking for that. OKC was small. I'm always looking for that when we have those opportunities. Steve Werner says, my brothers, Tibbs getting out coached by an assistant coach. No pick and rolls, no transition offense. Tibbs substitutions once again questionable. Oh yeah, Happy New Year and God bless. Steve Werner, man, Happy New Year to you, bro. Father Peace, Happy New Year to you, bro. Dimitri D says, quickly should have played with Obi more. They have chemistry that just works. The shots wasn't going tonight, but the issue, it seems like, is Tibbs and how he uses the players with no scheme. Yeah, I think that's fair. I would have loved to see one Obi go small, as the last person said, and more Obi and quick dynamic. Overall, though, just the team wide, I just feel like sometimes shot making is contagious, and so is bricking. Sometimes I just feel like that, and tonight was one of those nights, man. Keith Knighton, at what point does the season become a loss, and when do you charge it to the game? I don't think they'll do that until they're mathematically eliminated from the play-in. I think they'll go hard until then. So you're looking at March. Buzzer beater, we can't hit a bull in the ass with a sledgehammer. Who's Mark fan? Happy New Year, guys. Where's Ash? Ash is doing a thing. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
2022.
Okay.
Over here on the East Coast.
Yes, sir.
CK, man, enjoy 2021, man. We over here.
I see some changes. I'll let y'all know.
Yeah, we in the future over here, bro. We in the future. Man. Yeah, I'm over here in the Matrix, man. Just, hold it down in 2021, bro. I got fireworks going off outside of the crib. Buzzer Beater says RJ should have gone for 40, 10, and 5 tonight. Facts. Okay. Carl Ramsey, NYK, biggest problem is that all their scoring comes from one level. Beyond the 3, we lack mid-range and paint scoring, and when the 3s ain't falling. Okay. D-Roy, appreciate it. Samson H says Nerlens is good at guard and stretch 5, so don't say whoever we got out there. Well, I mean, yeah, but Nerlens is soft, and Nerlens is good when he's out there. He's not out there, man, That's the problem, why that contract was so trash. He's not a durable player. He's not built like that. That's just not how he's built. So I think we should have taken a chance with Obi at the 5 to try to get out there on Muscala and on Roy, because that's an Achilles heel of Mitch right now. Those stretch 5s, you're not used to just jumping out there in the perimeter against those guys, and they've been hurting us all year. And Kevin Joseph says, I agree, missed shots was the main issue for tonight, but the one constant... Oh, I got that one. So Kevin Joseph, appreciate it. CK, great show, my guy. Happy New Year to you. Whenever you guys hit that on the West Coast, man. Appreciate all your contributions to the show. We definitely had a blast all year, man. And, win or lose, we here rocking with the people, man. And that's what it's all about, man. This thing is bigger than the team. It's bigger than the wins and the losses. It's all about the community that we continue to grow and cultivate. And, yeah, man, great show. tonight, bro. Great show tonight, man.
Any
last words for the fans?
Always, man. I love doing this show with you, with the fans, with everybody. We have a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what happens in 2022. All right, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and like I said, I always appreciate you and the work that we do together.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. And once again, to all the viewers that have been supporting us, whether it's just with your views, with your super chats, with the engagement on all our social channels, whether it's Instagram or Twitter or KnicksFanTV.com. We appreciate all your support, especially this year. Each year we seem to level up a little bit more, and we're going to continue to do so. But all of that is with your support. So, as we say, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button for your boys, hit the notification bell. All of that goes a long way. Sharing these videos also goes a long way. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, email, whatever the case may be. Sharing these videos also helps. In addition to the super chats and the donations, that helps as well. And go to KnicksFanTV.com, join the newsletter. Very important that we maintain your information, your contact, because you just never know. One day YouTube might disappear, and we need a way to get in contact with you guys to let you know where we're going to be holding court at. So it's very important for us to have your information just for that purpose. So make sure you guys are signing up for the newsletter as well. You can join the Discord. We got another community growing on the Discord. I was in there at halftime chatting with the good people over there. Shout out to TN and everybody that has been just putting in the work and building that thing out to what it is. I appreciate that. So once again, Happy New Year to you guys. We will see you on Sunday. Knicks versus who we got? Knicks schedule. Who we got on Sunday? Raptors. Oof, Raptors. Hey, it's gonna be a tough one, man. In T-Dot, and now they pulling back on fans. They're only doing, I think, 10,000 or 1,000.
Oh, did they even have that? Looked like the place was empty.
Yeah, man, it's either 1,000 or 10,000. But T-Dot don't play around with this whole thing.
Nah,
they cutting down. They're trying to get that thing out of there. They're not playing around in public, so it'll be less fans in T-Dot. But either way, we'll see you guys, man. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Knicks Post Game Live. CK, we out of here. Happy New Year, everybody. Peace.